Lord, thank you for this day, for the presence of everyone in this call. For once again, we are gathered and given the opportunity to appreciate life and your words. Forgive us for our shortcomings and cleanse our hearts as we learn and live your words and example. Father, bless our endeavors, especially today's meeting. May you guide us in our discussions, and may you enlighten our minds in every decision that we make. Give us your grace that we may effectively do our parts for your greater glory. All this we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to the fourth and last session under the Department of Trade and Industry's webinar series on Facebook ad strategies for e-commerce and online
Sisikin sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ang pangaw ay hinatang tula kawin sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iibig. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang ay di magdidinig. Luman ang araw ng waragin pagsingka mo'y langit sa piling ko.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to the fourth and last session under the Department of Trade and Industry's webinar series on Facebook ad strategies for e-commerce and online business. Today's fourth session will discuss on growing your e-commerce business. We are live on the DTI7 FB page, so if you have any questions or need clarifications, please put it on the comment section of the DTI7 Facebook page. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you our resource speaker, digital marketer and CEO of Bisaya Digital, Romeo Nicolas Bonsocan. Take it away, Rome.
Hi, Ma'am Jyoti. Thank you so much for the warm introduction. And good afternoon, everyone. So we are now on our last session for this Facebook ads workshop, and mainly a webinar session. And before we start, I hope that ready na tano. And if there's anything that you can ask me within the session, please feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. And yeah, I'll be checking them out. And I will also have a question and answer portion at the end. So you can definitely use the time to ask me questions relating to Facebook ads or digital marketing in general, and we'll try to answer those. And so today, this is our last and fourth session of how to 10x your e-com business using strategic Facebook ads. So this is also applicable to any businesses or any local businesses that would want to take advantage of the powerful Facebook ads. So since we've mentioned that this is already the fourth session, so we already done 3 sessions previously, and all these videos are available in the DTI7 Facebook page. So in module 1, we discuss about creating that strategy. So feel free to recap.
Recording in progress.
And feel free to go back to this particular video. Kung ganahan mo makaibaw unsaon paghimo og usa ka Facebook ads campaign strategy. So ato gi-discuss diri, nagkalaing butang about this. And then on module 2, we also discuss how to create your own successful Facebook ads. Then last week, Thursday gihapon, samang orasa, we discussed about how to create and launch these Facebook ads campaign na mo work karong 2021 and beyond. Okay, there are some changes to Facebook ads, and we will be discussing these changes as we move along. So here are the lessons that we learned from Module 1. First, we discuss about the social media usage in the Philippines. Pila kabuk mga tao ang nasa Facebook, pila kabuk nasa Instagram, and is it relevant ba or worth it ba nga mag-invest ta og Facebook ads kanong panahon na? So if you want to go to the details and the statistics about this information, then feel free to go back to Module 1. In Module 2, we discuss about and also in Module 1, we discuss the different ad mistakes and how to create a strategy. And part of the creation of the successful Facebook ads is creating that offer that your customers nga makainganyo gid nila. So dirita nag-discuss ana and giila-ila sa nato kinsa atong particular customers, kinsa atong target market sa atong product. Kay diri sa online no, pwede ra man kita mag-specify kinsa atong ganahan baligyaan sa mga products, and we discussed that in module 1. Also in module 2, last June 10, we discussed the different strategies on how to create your own successful ad campaign. So diri gi-discuss nato ang different advertising hooks, like what are the particular copies nga pwede nato gamiton to target a particular audience. Nga we discuss about their pain points and how we can use that as a leverage para sa atong ad nga gihimo kay mo tan-aw sila, mo comment sila, mo engage sila, mo click sila padung sa atong website. So kung ganahan mo makahibaw ana unsa man paghimo og usa ka ad, usa ka Facebook ad nga daghang engagement, daghang comments, then feel free to go back to this module. This is very helpful, and I would definitely suggest to get into this particular module, module 2, kay gamit kaayo siya even for those nga dili ganahan mag Facebook ads, ganahan lang mo mag-post sa inyong social media. Like if you want to go to this particular topic, mas matarong na to ang paghima sa atong social media marketing. And of course, gi-discuss na to ang creatives. Like creatives refer to videos and photos nga gamiton na to sa Facebook ads. So diri atong gi-discuss ang unsay mga particular formula nga pwede natong gamiton, unsa nga mga kinds of photos nga pwede nato gamiton. And also in module 3, last week we created our first Facebook ad campaign. We had a demo of unsaon siya pagsunod-sunod using the boost post nga daghan kaayo na gamit, and at the same time we tried to introduce you to different to a more advanced platform sa Facebook, which is the Ads Manager. And this one is very helpful kasi especially if you want to take advantage of the Facebook ads option, especially sa iyang mga advanced features and technicalities nga pwede kaayo magamit diha sa pag-create sa atong Facebook ads. And also we discussed the different metrics nga pwede nato tan-awon sa makaingon ta nga kani siya nga particular nga Facebook ads kay useful ba or successful ba. So kana siya gi-discuss na last week sa module 3. And karon, welcome everyone. Maayong pagtambay diri, and hopefully natay makuha sa next 1.5 hours sa atong pag-discuss karong adlaw about growing your e-commerce businesses to 10 times its size. So basically this is already the scaling phase nga. How do I scale my campaign? Currently, na ako'y budget nga, let's say, 500 akong budget per month or per week, no? And then I want that to scale to 10 times. Like, from 500, may mo siyang 5,000 na lang per week na akong budget. So how do I do that? Using Facebook ads nga, dili siya mausik akong kwarta. So I'll give you the different strategies nga pwede na ito magamit. And yes, medyo may pagka-advance itong topic. So, pero ang nakanindot ani kay even if dili nimo siya magamit karon, at least na kay idea how Facebook works, and pwede nimo siya ma-suggest sa imong mga customers, or not necessarily customers, no, but other fellow marketers or na kay mga kailang nga mga negosyante nga nag-consider for sa Facebook ads. So these topics kay helpful nimo para kasabot ta what's really going on with Facebook with discussing these things. So today, we will try to scale your Facebook ads to 10 times the size and mag-discuss sa tag mga different marketing strategies and how to increase your sales and how to encourage and optimize the customer loyalty sa atong mga customers. So, unsay mga pwede nato ihatag nila, unsay pwede natong buhaton para mas mainganyo sila nga mopalit pa. Kay naman tay giingon no nga mas lisod ang pag-acquire og new customers than actually pagkuha o pag-encourage sa atong mga current customers to buy more from our products and from our services that we offer. And also we will discuss different marketing strategies aside sa Facebook ads. So there are other things aside sa Facebook ads nga kinahanglan og mas maayo nga ato sang i-diversify ang atong digital marketing efforts. Kay sa giingon nila, it's not nice to put all your efforts in one basket, to put all your eggs in one basket. So dapat lain-lain tag mga strategies nga gamiton. Kay what if atong Facebook ads one day kay dili na day siya mo work. So unsay pa din nato bahaton, what are the other strategies that we can do? Mauna siya to i-discuss sa last part ani nga webinar, no? And hopefully natay ma-learn today. And yes, mag-start na ta. So first is how to scale your ad campaigns. So in scaling your ad campaigns, we mean by this is ato siyang i-expand, increase atong mga different budgets. And there are two strategies to actually scale your Facebook ads. One is the horizontal Facebook ad scaling, and the second is the vertical Facebook ad scaling. Sa horizontal, this is a little bit more complicated, no? Kaya diri na to siya mag-discuss nga. Currently, if natin mga specific audience natin specific target market, let's say, ganahan ta nga mamaligitag products to a certain, let's say, Cebu. So, karon kay ganahan ta mo expand to other areas. So, that is horizontal ad scaling. Or currently, ang atong target market kay mga moms, and we want to explore other possible audiences like teenagers, or let's say mga tita or tito, or students, so or mga employees. So these audiences have different characteristics and different strategies nga itong pagbubuhat nila, and that scaling method is actually horizontal Facebook ad scaling. And the second is the Facebook ad scaling. So kani kay basically kung natay budget karon nga let's say 100 per day, and we wanted that to increase to 5,000 per day. So that is vertical scaling. But we don't just edit the budget directly to that new amount. There are certain ways that we can do that to scale our ads, to increase our budgets without sacrificing our successfulness sa atong pagka-successful sa atong Facebook ads. So, muna siya ang duha. First is Facebook ad scaling. So, muna siya ang horizontal nga ad scaling. Para dili kay libog, I'll introduce you to some new concepts with Facebook ads. Although some of these may be foreign to you, but yeah. So this is actually how business at facebook.com profile would look like. And if you don't know how to create this, we discussed this last week in our module 3. And currently, I will go directly into how to set up this particular lookalike audience and custom audiences nga itong i-discuss diri. First, you click this audiences nga tab, nasa left tab, nato na audiences dira, and then I'll increase the size a bit. Then audiences, and when we click that, ako na lang click kanina daan, kay basin mag-load na sad kay mabeta nato internet. So kani siya. So so nanata diri sa when we click this button, so this is already the Facebook ads manager nga audiences. There are basically roughly two types of audiences that we can create on Facebook. The first is the custom audience, and the second is the lookalike audience. Ang kaning custom audience, mao ni siya if natay particular custom audience. So these are the people that have already shown an interest in your products or businesses. So there are different sources that we can use, no? Wait. Hopefully, wait. Yeah. So there are different sources that we can use to create our custom audience. And you can have the website information, like you can install a Facebook pixel on your website and track that particular events in your in your website. Like for example, you want to target people who have purchased a product from you in the past. You can do that, or people who have viewed a certain page on your website, you can target those. So muna sa nakanindot ani, and then mainly I'll just discuss some. The other is app activity. So if you have an app, so this is we can just simply ignore this. Okay, for e-commerce, it's not something that we definitely use that much. The most ani pinakagamit nato ani gid no is possibly kaning video. These are the people, if you want to target people who have watched a certain video of you and your brand in the past. So this is that particular source. Or kaning sa Instagram, like people who have followed you or engaged with your brand. You can target them here and you can create a custom audience. And kaning duha yun usually ang pinaka-useful for e-commerce. The one is, the first is the website. Katong pwede ka mo-target sa katong gimension ganina. And the second one is the customer list. This is definitely very useful if you already have particular information of your customers. Mainly in this particular case, this refers to emails. Emails ka na sa imong mga customers. So if you already have those information, then this one is definitely something that you should consider and you should set up. And then for those bigger brands and bigger companies, usually they create this email marketing strategies, no? Nana sila software for that and everything, and they want to target particular customers, so they set up here and add their emails and stuff like that. But for those who have started pa lang, so I guess this one is more useful, pero only if you have a website. If you don't have a website, these Facebook sources may be helpful for you. And in most cases, kaning a video form, people have watched your video, so you can just have a video and you can target people who have watched that, and not just simply watch. You can specify if they've finished the video, like completed the video 95%, 100%, or 10% lang sa video, or inana. So nasa yung mga inani ka specific information, which is can very helpful kay namang uban nga mga tao nga mo watch lang ang video first 3 seconds, mo skip na sila. We don't want to target those. We want to target those people who have shown interest in our brands. And second is Instagram, katakong giing dinina. So these are the particular custom audiences that we can create. And we have in this particular example, so I'm showcasing actually a live na client account about this custom audiences. So these are the audiences that we have in our list. So we've target basically all our emails, all our customers with their emails in our Klaviyo. Klaviyo is a software for email marketing. And then second, we target those who have ordered nothing on those who have purchased a certain product but not the other product. People have visited our website in the past or within the last 30 days. People who have purchased a certain product. So you can create all of these in custom audiences. So ang nakanindot man gud na kani sila kay pwede na to ma-target sila and hatagan is like bagong offer. So this is related to horizontal scaling yun, no? And then also aside from that, another powerful kaayong feature diri sa Facebook ads kay kaning lookalike audience. And this may be a very murag ako'y nasabtan na so far. So I hope na I'll try to make this topic as simple as I can. And then if you're interested to learn more about these, there are a lot of videos and we can definitely discuss those things. You can ask me questions later if you're very interested in these topics on what resources you can check out more. And currently, I just want you to introduce in these features that can be helpful for you, or if you want someone to do all these things for you, at least you have an idea how they do it. So, kana. So, ang kaning lookalike audience is mag-select kag certain audience. For example, or let's say na nakay na set kanina nung katong custom audience nga tong na-discuss. Then pwede to siya, let's say kani these are the customers who have purchased from $100 to $500 worth of products, total purchase of our customers. And we can create a lookalike audience from this particular list. But basically, any custom audiences nga itong mentioned earlier, then you can create a lookalike audience of that. And you can specify pila ka percent. And then, you can from 1 to 10%. So, for 1%, kay, actually, nani siya yung mga certain sizes. Currently, dili ta makikita sa size kaya we're using other audience, but let's try something bookings. Yeah, kana lang sa. Oh no. Let's go back na lang to this. Basta ako na explain para dili siya libog kayo. So, kani siyang area ko, you can target like 1% of that specific audience. The smaller the percent, the more accurate and more specific the audience katong ma-target, no? And you can go that up to actually 10%. But you can specify like 4 to 6% lang. So, pwede siya maginana. Basta ang idea ni, para dili kayo siya confusing, no? Especially for those who are first time seeing these tool in lookalike audience in Facebook ads. The more specific, kaning mga 0 to 1, this is the most specific. Like, think of it like, nakay audience, like Cebu, and you want to have you will be asking Facebook to create a similar audience of the same interest sa kaning particular audience, but different people. And Facebook has been doing these AI and machine learning to understand how people are actually related and how people how behave on the network. So basically, the more specific is kaning 1%, kaning 10% kay these are more general siyang audience, but at the same time larger siyang size. Kani siya kay smaller ni siyang size kana lang para dili kayo siya libog tanawon. And then here are some examples that we did. Usually we use this, for example, like kanisha top 10 value purchases. So what we did here is we created the custom audiences of those people in a top 10% sa among list. So these are the people who have purchased the most number of uh, amount of products and total amount of value in our customer, and we created a 1% lookalike of that. So inana siya. And then as you can see here, kaning mga retargeting ads, like some of these may be ancient, but maybe kanang confusing siya, no? But basically what we did here is we created a similar audience, but not the same audience. So this is helpful for horizontal scaling, nga itong discussed earlier. Ana, so horizontal scaling, I'll go back to our presentation. So in horizontal scaling, so one way you can do that is to increase the geographic area of the audience targeting, meaning you explore other places for your audience. Currently, for example, you're targeting for people in Cebu City. You can do horizontal scaling by exploring other areas, like going other provinces baron, like Bohol, like Siquijor, Dumaguete. So these are the areas nga pwede na to i-explore, or other key areas you can deliver. For example, you have a product and you can deliver to anywhere in Visman. And currently you're targeting in Region 7. So you can explore areas in Region 8, Region 6, or anywhere in Mindanao. So these are the things nga you can do with geographic area. So basically you explore new places. So second way of doing horizontal scaling is to increase the size of the Facebook lookalike audience. So katong gidiscuss na to, currently for example nakay 1% sa katong imong top 10 nga buyers. So what you can do is you can explore the 2%, the 4%, or 2 to 4%. So kana siya. And lastly, you can change your ad creative and segment your audience. Changing your ad creative may be effective, especially if ang imong current nga ads kay are not working as are not performing as great as it used to be. Normal lagi na sa Facebook no nga, usually sa start kay na mo abot siya sa peak point nga daghan kayo ang mag-engage, where these costs really cheap for us, especially if we're optimizing it for engagement. But mabot siya sa point nga dili na siya as effective, mo gamay na ang ROAS and things like that. So dili na kay siya giving us as much return. And when that happens, what we can do is we can adjust our ad creatives. We can choose another video or another photo para it's something new to the audience. Imagine this as if you're seeing an ad from a brand and you've been seeing the same ad over and over again in your feed, moabot ang time nga annoyed na kay ka sa ad. So probably imo siyang i-hide. And if a customer hides that ad, Facebook will consider it as a negative impact sa imong campaign. And if that happens, that would mean that either mo mahal na kayo imong mga cost, and Facebook will think that your ad is not already working, and it will punish you for doing that. So and we don't want that to happen. So the sooner we see this trend nga medyo expensive na siya, then we can turn off that particular ad, and then we can create new ones. And another thing is to segment our audience. Segment our audience is basically what we do here is we find certain areas baron nga pwede na to i-check nila, like basing kaning audience ka dili na sila work, so we'll try another one or explore other audiences. So that is horizontal ad scaling. Yeah, I've explained individually all of these. So this means exploring new places, exploring new areas. Another is katong lookalike audience that we discussed, and segmenting your campaign. And also, you definitely, in this particular case, you look at people visiting your website as a result of your ad campaign, and then you try to see if any of these people are actually seeing specific or better results, and then comparing them with each other and turning off those that are not working. And then vertical scaling is a more definitely an easier way of doing Facebook ad scaling. But medyo ano lang siya, limiting siya in the sense nga you're basically increasing your budget, but it doesn't do anything much. So what you when you increase your budget with your Facebook ads, you don't do it every day. So you do it every 3 to 5 days or every week, and then you gradually increase by about 15 to 20% of your budget. For example, na kay 100 pesos nga budget karon. After 3 days, you can increase that to 120 pesos. And then after 3 days, you can increase that. So from 120, another mo take mga 20% of that. So that's about 24. So mga 135. So dili siya diretso nga 100 this week and then increase mo siya to 1,000. No, you don't do that. If you do that, most likely that campaign will just die off or di na siya mo work, and you'll be spending a lot of money for Facebook nga dili ka makuha ni mo yung result nga intended. So mo lang na siya naka something to note with vertical scaling. Mo na nga mas advisable to actually do horizontal scaling than vertical scaling. Some also Facebook ads manager that I know that instead of increasing their budget, what they do is they duplicate the campaign. So marami i-duplicate nila, and then now you have two campaigns running with the same budget and the same audience. And sometimes Facebook knows nga this particular audience may be working with this particular group, and that other ad may actually try off with other set of specific audience for that. So now we go back, we move forward to optimizing your sales, and for more sales and customer loyalty. So these are the strategies that you can definitely do and apply on your online shop, whether that's an e-commerce or Facebook pa karon and wala pa tay budget for websites, no? Pwede ra jud kaayo ni nato magamit kay these are strategies nga pwede kaayo for any online business or e-commerce business looking into the potential of getting more customers using Facebook ads. First is to upsell your product. So that's a basic marketing strategy for any business. But how do you upsell your products? What are ways that you can do this? For example, you have a basic product that costs let's say 100 pesos. What you can do to upsell your products is you can possibly bundle your products and offer them a 5-in-1. So instead of 500 pesos, then you price it at 450 pesos. So there's that saving involved, and that's one way of upselling that. And another is to actually to offer them another more premium product, and then na siya more na additional variety, or let's say 2-in-1, mga na 3-in-1, or na siya if daghang kag products sa imong store, sa imong gibaligya, you can bundle them together at a more affordable price. So that's one way of upselling. Another is basically you cross-sell them. Upselling and cross-selling are more likely very helpful if you want to get more value from that particular customer. There are tools on your website or even on Facebook, like when you see that someone is buying a toothbrush, so what you can also offer them to buy a toothpaste at a discounted price. So that's definitely something rather than buying them individually, or even walay discount, just just provide them with a solution that complements their current purchase. So, kana siya. So that's basically upselling. Second is reducing your abandoned carts. This one is not advisable, is not relatable for those particular businesses without a website. So only na siya available for those who have websites. Kay abandoned carts are basically for those people na nag-add to cart or yeah, familiar kita ani siguro no sa for example sa Shopee or Lazada nga sige tag-add to cart and then dili na to i-check out. So I encourage our customers to actually check out. And what are the ways that we do to actually maka-encourage na to nga mo check out? We can see like for example, tik Shopee man gyud ta diri na or tik Lazada, at least ako experience kinanasag ko. So what I notice nga if I'm adding certain products in my cart, every now and then I receive promo code or certain discounts from particular brands or katong nga brands nga akong nahatag na. So these are ways to reduce the abandoned carts. So discounts, promos, or if this particular customer is in your website and you already have their emails, then you can create an email marketing campaign that will convince this customer to return to the website and complete their original purchase. So that's one way of doing that. Or in Facebook ads, you can also do this by targeting for those people in your website nga nag-add to cart, and then you target them with another ad showcasing a testimonial or another benefits like you focus on their particular kung say possible nga kulang nila that could motivate them to actually encourage them to buy. So probably a testimonial will do, or giving them an offer or giving them a discount, or so these are some strategies that we can do. Next is you design your website better. Designing your website better isn't just about having a new design. It's also considering your customers. Like, why are these customers actually not checking out? Probably it's with your design. Daghan kay steps i-take para maabot sa checkout. We want to simplify that as simple as possible for the customer to actually buy out, to add products to your cart, to view their cart, and then to check out na dayan. So the simpler steps to do that, the better. So another way is when designing your website, you also have to consider your particular audience. Do these people like a lot of colors or not? Do these people like photos or videos? Or if you have a video on your website, is it loading properly? Is it easy to view, or is it not? Or this particular site is okay for mobile? Makakita ba sila? Like, or itanaw nila sa phone kay gagmay ba ang fonts kaayo? So syempre if gamay, it won't work. So we have to make sure the websites are mobile optimized. Then also there's this new feature, usually we'll see this with bigger e-commerce brand, mga live chat. Kanang live chat manggod kay helpful kayo siya. Like I've seen this in one company that I've noticed, or especially with bigger sales, we noticed nga kaning live chat talking to someone right in store, right then and there when you want to purchase will definitely help increase your conversion rate. Other mga things nga pa din nito ma-discuss sa live chat, like for example, what are the usual customers' questions before buying that product? Na ba ni siya warranty? Na ba siya discount? Or unsay features ani? How can I buy? Sometimes people are lazy enough to answer these questions. Lazy enough to find answers to these questions, but they are willing to buy. So if you have a live chat feature on your website, that could lead these customers to check out as soon as they can, then that will help you increase your sales and increase your conversion rate. But of course, do note that this is most likely helpful for bigger brands. But for smaller brands, what we can do is connect them with our Facebook Messenger. And then make sure lang na naka-assign nga someone, at least one person, to check all the messages coming in, and then create a script for them that they can follow on the usual FAQs, like what are the usual questions and how they can respond. And usually, ang kuan masagod ani kay mo lisod siya i-automate kay there are people who definitely love to talk to a human. Like they want to make sure that they're actually talking to a human. And if they do that, there's a more likelihood that they can build trust. You're there when they needed help. Marina, no. Nasa human touch point. And next is strategy is to anticipate future sales and discounts. So na kay mga scheduled promos or i-evaluate nimo if na ay market demand and see if worth ba sa cost nimo in creating that sales and discounts. So kana. Another thing is to embrace personalization. Personalization is definitely the standard of digital marketing. This is something that TV, radio, newspaper, billboards cannot offer. In digital marketing, we offer personalization and we use the behavioral data and personalized experiences of our customers and their past action para kay bauta unsaon nato sila pag pag istorya, pag encourage to make a purchase, and we base them on their particular pain points. We try to position our products based on their particular needs. If we go back to, I think the best example for this is in module 3, I've shown an example of that particular brand. It's just one brand, but it's marketed to different audiences, like one for mothers, another for employees, and other for mga titas and titos. So each one of them have different problems, but they're actually this different problems, but the same solution. So we've discussed that how we managed to actually solve this problem using that one solution. We solved 3 problems with one solution. So that's basically personalization. And that's helpful if you want to scale your product and your brand in general. Then next is optimizing your product page. This is definitely something that is beneficial for those who have e-commerce websites. So our product page is definitely the landing. Nadira gilista tong products, but it's not just about having that product and adding that buy button. There are other things going on that page, going on that particular page, and we want to optimize that. This is where where we showcase, we add in video, like or different photos, like different weights sa mga dimensions of a particular product, and of course we write here katong mga benefits and how this product can help your audience, like unsay mga pwede makuha na to ana. So this is where we add the features and the benefits of the products. And as I've discussed earlier, we want to optimize our sites for mobile. So kaning we want to optimize our site for mobile kay mas daghan na yung tao ron, like almost 2 out of 3 people siguro are checking out using their mobile or their smartphones, and we don't want to miss that sale. We don't want to miss that opportunity. And of course, we want to reward our loyal customers. In this particular part, like currently, for example, natay ka ng mga certain audience, we want to focus on customer retention. Kay mas barato man siya, and mas effective siya to actually increase our online sales rather than acquire new customers. Acquiring new customers is really expensive for a business, especially for a new business. Getting new customers is expensive. That's why if we already have customers, we want them to stay with us and to appreciate our efforts. And one way is to reward our customers and big spenders through a loyalty program. So what we can do is to create different promos that is available only, or these are promos that we will send only to the top 10 products purchases, or let's say natay leaderboard on our website for those people have purchased a lot from us. Or another way is we can give out discounts to certain people nga who have purchased this particular product. So that's one way of loyalty programs. And there are other strategies and there are other loyalty programs that we can do. And there are actually some softwares that we can also add in your website to automate this entire process. And you don't have to think about this. Then you just have to set up the different offers and the different levels of loyalty that we want from our customers. Then siya na bahala mo set up, and then mo hatag atog mga yang kinsa siyang a particular nga customer. That is personalization plus loyal nga customers. So mo to siya. So those are the things that you can do to actually increase your sales and conversions on your website and your e-commerce page. Then next is we want to see what's next with Facebook ads. We see that it is evolving. We can see that things are always changing, but we want to know what's next. And this is that time wherein we want to identify what's next with Facebook. One is there's Instagram, Facebook and Instagram are the same company. We've already established that. There is an Instagram Reels. Think of it as TikTok but on Instagram. So this is that same same feature, and then currently on Instagram. Currently, I don't have it in my Instagram upon checking, but it's being rolled out in United States and other countries. And sooner or later, for sure, in the Philippines, we will most likely have Facebook Reels. And yeah, so it's basically TikTok but on Instagram. Then second is Instagram live video. A lot of influencers are using live video, like they want to interact, or brands partner with personalities like influencers or celebrities to use live video to interact with their customers. Or if you want to give out giveaways, so you can also do this on live videos. It's either on Instagram or on Facebook or on both. Then you can actually go live on both. And then these are the insights that you can get from your Instagram Reels and live video. So you can check out how many plays that you get, how many people that you've reached or accounts, and then the different likes, the engagements nga pwede na to makuha. And then on the live video, so na makita na to dire o pila sa kabo katong mga na people nga nananaw sa atong video, and then pila ang maximum number of viewers in a particular time, and then comments and shares. So these are the things that we have to look an eye out for, especially on Instagram. And I think we've discussed this at some point, but yeah, Facebook and Instagram Shop are happening. And for those who don't have a website or don't want to invest in a website yet, then you can take advantage of Facebook Shop, Instagram Shop. Para this is when you can do e-commerce. But you can also connect your Facebook and Instagram shop with your website para makakita sila mag-add sila sa product, makita sila sa product or your Facebook and Instagram, but mo check out sila sa imong website. So inana siya nga concept. So try to investigate and work on these particular setup, especially if you're doing e-commerce on your website and it's not, and you want a number of your customers are on Facebook or Instagram. Then lastly, for something new on Facebook ads in general is Facebook has become more transparent in how they reject ads. So it's 2021 and a lot of things are changing within Facebook and more accounts are banned, more ads are rejected. And if you're wondering why your ads are banned, why your accounts are banned, or your account ads are rejected, then Facebook now has a more transparent documentation on why they do this and how they do how they implement their policies. So, for example, what they do here is what we can see is na kay certain ad, imong gi-submit, it goes on an automatic review. Automated na siyang reviews, meaning they use machine learning to check if your ad is something that will be approved or not. And then if ma-approve siya, then okay. Until na mo report niya if one person, then they will have a manual review later on. Manual review is basically they have a small team. I'm not sure how small or big this team is to check all these ads running and to see if they complied with the policies that they have in place. And for the policies, we discussed a lot of these and the specifics of these policies in module 3. But basically, we want to make sure that our ads are compliant with Facebook, or else we will most likely be rejected. So there are some words that we can avoid. There are some products that we cannot sell on Facebook. And yeah, so kana. Then we allowed to run. This is automated. And then it goes with a human review. So this is the manual review wherein they check the authenticity or is it really ad compliant. And then if the ad is rejected, then you can edit the ad or request another review or create a new ad. So these are the things that you can do. And also, this is particularly painful for those who are Facebook ads marketers. In this year, especially earlier this year, we've seen that iOS 14.5 update is the app tracking transparency. This is done by Apple, mainly applied on Facebook. So what they did here is more siya limited na lang gani ang mabuhat sa Facebook ang makuha niya nga data. Because actually, before, there's actually a lot of data that Facebook has. And this is why a lot of the ads on Facebook are so effective because they were able to create a profile of each customers. But right now, Apple is working on that. And because of what Apple did, there's a lot of changes going on Facebook ads now that doesn't just affect Apple products, but also Android products as well. Okay, it's the same system that runs in all of these. So what Facebook is doing is they're still making sure that they get data from these mobile devices, but at the same time, it's not that much data as they used to collect. So it's now more limited. So there are certain features like lookalike audiences that have worked so great in the past. But right now, especially with a very limited audience, no, and a very limited number of data points nga pwede makuha ni Facebook, kay less effective na lang siya. Mao na siya nga important for us to look out for other digital marketing strategies that we can apply on our campaigns, on our product. So these are the other things, other marketing campaigns that is not Facebook ads that we can still do, we can use, we can apply on our Facebook ads on our day-to-day activities. First is, of course, social media marketing. So social media marketing is basically using all these social media tools that we have. This complements well with actually Facebook ads. If Facebook ads is mo mag-create ad nga mga sponsored posts on our pages, this one is not necessarily sponsored. Pwede siya nga, these are the things that we post on our Facebook pages, Instagram accounts, nga atong mga customers kay makakita. So it involves creating and sharing content. So kana siya. Then also not just any content, but we can post any image content, video content, or website links, articles, or mga different things that we can do, mga stories, sa paman. Like if you can think of any engagement, like what are the different memes, for example, we can engage with our audience in the comment sections. If natin mga posts, then we can interact with them. They can send a message to us. We can respond. That is the idea of social media marketing. And these are the things that SMM can help you with your efforts, with your digital marketing efforts. First, it can increase your website traffic. Like for example, if you have a website, then you can use social media to increase those traffic. Get more conversions coming from your customers. So by using content in your social media, then we can build our relationships with our customers. These are the different, pwede na to bahatan, no? Like we can talk directly to them with our posts on our pages. Then of course we can raise brand awareness. Then with everything that we do, then probably we'll have a brand identity. So the brand identity or the positive brand association is we go back to what's our ethos, why do we exist, what's our main goal to actually help our customers, how can we help our customers. This is that particular part where we do a lot of brainstorming on our brands, on what particular words or we want to be associated with, what particular feeling we want to make sure that our customers feel about us. So this goes into psychology of emotions of our customers. And of course, social media marketing can help us improve our communication and interaction with our different audiences, with our different customers. Then social media marketing is also getting into different networks of audiences at making it easier to achieve every other marketing goal in your list. So more siya umbrella sa tanan nimo nga the things you do in social media. Social media advertising, Facebook ads, for example, is somehow under social media marketing and it complements well with social media marketing. In social media marketing now, there's organic reach and the paid reach. Organic reach are the things that we can do, the customers we've reached using our social media accounts without paying anything to Facebook, to Twitter, to any social platforms. And then paid is using Facebook ads, which we have been discussing for the past 4 weeks. So kana. And these are the different platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, TikTok. If you have a question like how do these platforms differ, or which particular platform may be useful for your brand, let me know later on. We have a time for that. But basically, for example, for Facebook, this one is where almost everyone, yung mga mama, yung mga papa, atong mga tito, tita, they're on Facebook. Instagram, for those, daghan-daghan na po sa atong mga tito o mga tita ang na Instagram, but not as much as the Gen Z, which is basically more people are Instagram. Twitter, these are mga free people, usually active with a lot of social issues, a lot of happenings in the community, current updates. That's Twitter. LinkedIn is usually more professional related, business related. There are career opportunities that you can find there. Pinterest is like Google Images, but more social. So that's basically how I describe Pinterest. YouTube is where we watch a lot of our videos aside from Facebook. So that's definitely YouTube. And it's like Facebook videos, but the search is much more smarter and mas masabtan na to, mas dali ito ma-search ang mga butang-butang on Facebook rather than on YouTube rather than on Facebook because of course YouTube is owned by Google and it's actually the second largest search engine, YouTube. And number one is of course Google itself. And the new kid in the block is TikTok, and I've been personally advocating the use of TikTok for businesses. So if you haven't utilized this yet, so try to check on the platform. Check on other brands already having social others different social media marketing activities and efforts on TikTok and see if any of them can actually be helpful for your brand or there's a thing or two that you can learn from them. And I would definitely suggest that and explore these platforms. And of course, another strategy that complements well with Facebook ads is email marketing. I've mentioned a lot of these already, like the abandoned carts, customer loyalty. We can use email marketing to actually segment this particular audience. Segment is divide them into certain audiences. Then we can use email to actually upsell a lot of our products to our customers, cross sell, kana. And of course, this uses email, which may or may not be very useful, especially in the Philippine context. So try to ask yourself or assess yourself how many times do you check your personal email. Work email is definitely a different, ano no, lahi na siyang perspective. But on your personal email, how often do you check your personal email? If not so much, then probably this is something that you can consider. But for those for there depending on your specific audience, na particular audience that they love reading email, and usually with the younger generation, not so much, but this can be helpful, especially nakanindot man good with emails compared to social media. Social media, everyone can see it, no? Makaingon ta nga, everyone is on social media. But because there's a lot of things going on with social, not everyone will be able to see your post. But in email, you can send that to all the inboxes within your list. Of course, and unless mabutang siya sa spam. And then, ang challenge lang dire is we need to see how many of our customers are actually opening our emails. Okay, if our list nga are not really our customers are not really opening the emails, then it's not very helpful. It's not useful for our brand. And this is how email marketing can help. First is we build a relationship with our audience. Second, it can drive traffic to a blog, to a social media post, or to anywhere in our website. Then emails, it can help you segment your emails and target users by demographics, so you're only sending people to messages you want to see most. And then it allows you to run A/B tests with a subject line or call to action to identify the best performing message. Same with Facebook ads now, wherein you can actually run A/B tests, or you can check specific ads of what particular advertising hook, what particular creative, what particular copy your audience may resonate to. Ang kaning email, kaya pwede sa ka makabuhat ana. You can specify nimo, then run different strategies on them. Then also, you can, this is how, then the most cost-efficient marketing channel for reaching broad audience of consumers who already show an interest in your products and customers. we're adding here the most cost efficient marketing channel is because email and social media are basically the two uh, most effective and most cost efficient. But email is definitely will reach more audience rather than on social, unless of course you pay ads for your social media posts to boost them. Then it can also help you increase your customer conversion rate than any other marketing channel. So mas taas siya conversion rate compared to other channels on email than let's say social media. It has the potential to provide a better ROI than social media. Why? Because social media man god, people are not there to actually buy. They're there to engage, to socialize with their friends. And in email, when they see a product and they click on it, most likely they're more interested and they're already at that point that they want to make a purchase. Another strategy that you may want to explore is content marketing. Content marketing shares informative content that is relevant, interesting, and useful to your target audience. Mainly, this is in the form of a blog or a video, and I think these are the different forms. It's either a blog, an audio, a video, or different video images that you can showcase and share with your particular customers and audience. Then ang goal nimo with content marketing is to help your customers to improve their quality of life and to establish yourself as a thought leader, someone they can trust to guide them through the challenges they're facing as it relates to your area of expertise. So you have to associate your brand with certain topics that you want your audience to be familiar with, and they will establish you as a credibility, as a credible entity, as a thought leader for those topics. So that's how content marketing works. So it can be in a form of a blog or the things that you post in social media. So these are content marketing. And I want to focus more on the blog part wherein there's actually you can optimize these blogs nga. Pwede siya mo show on search engine using SEO. So that's a different topic altogether. But definitely helpful, especially for those brands na a number of their audiences would love to Google things, and then especially if kanang topics nga ilang you discuss or the products that they offer solves a certain problem that people love to Google, then having videos, especially for YouTube and blog articles on their website can help them perform and help them be seen in the search platforms. Kana. And then another marketing strategy that I can definitely recommend is video marketing. So video marketing is using videos to promote and market your products or service, to increase engagement on your digital and social channels, educate your customers and consumers, and reach an audience with a new medium. It's not much of a new medium, but we've seen that video marketing is effective kay guys siya, no? Kay in this era nga maglisod nga dili ta maka we don't have a physical store, for example, or narata sa tong balay and we want to make a purchase. How can we have trust? How can we build trust with our customers? It's being able to see, and one way is to see us in a video, to be able to showcase all these things in the video. And another thing also with video marketing is how much time does a person has to watch a video. There are short form videos and long form videos, and ephemeral content and very short form content are getting a lot of reach nowadays, especially nagkagamay atong attention span. So TikTok videos are definitely something that you can explore for your brand and use this particular format with other social media channels. So why do you focus on video? There's a surge in the popularity of a video as a content media marketing platform. In 2017, this is about 4 years ago, video rise to the top. And until today, video is still on the top. And even more, like mas na surpass niya ang other forms of marketing channels. So we can use video in all of our social media efforts, even Facebook ads. Diba? We've discussed about video and how to create the perfect video for your ad. So kana siya. And then video is a holistic business as approach, meaning video content should be produced by all teams in a conversational, actionable, and measurable way. So kana siya. And if you have questions, kung na may mga pangutana dira, feel free to ask in the comment sections because after a while, we'll have a time for Q&A. So we can answer as much questions as you want and try to apply everything that we're doing now. So for your assignment, if you'd love to apply the things that you've learned today in your day-to-day, in your digital marketing efforts, then you can watch all the webinars from the previous weeks if you haven't yet. Then you analyze your digital marketing efforts and look for opportunities to improve or opportunities for improvement of your brand's digital marketing efforts. So kana siya. Simple lang, kaya murag na naman ko ta sa scaling and growing your audience, no? And it might not be very technical siya, but for those brands nga who have not yet reached that point, try to look into areas of improvement and how you can apply these strategies we've discussed into your brand. And of course, last year we had a digital marketing course. So this is the link. That's bit.ly/DTI7 digital marketing course. That's bit.ly/DTI7 digital marketing course. You can screenshot or go back to this particular slides. And I will showcase to you what the topics that were discussed during that time. So this is, we discussed this last year. So we had an 8 session topics. We had an introduction to digital marketing. So some of our customers, we also discussed this with our first part, module 1. Then e-commerce, content marketing, social media marketing, Facebook and marketing tips. We have an initial ads discussion. But in this particular course, we went through the specific topics and specific ideas and how to set up your ads. And then, yeah, some other strategies that you may want to explore this year and beyond. So, kana lang. So, I hope you can learn something from this course. And yes, so feel free. And then we're open for questions. And then, excuse me. So if you have any questions, let us know. And we'll definitely have time for those. And thank you for your time in attending today's session. So this is our last of the many sessions that we had. This is the fourth and the last session. But for the next couple of minutes, I'll be answering any questions related to digital marketing, to Facebook ads that you have in mind. And wala na ako na-discuss or wala na ako natubag with my presentation, then feel free. And then, yeah, tubago na to siya. If naasa yung mga na-discuss na and you want to clarify them, we're open also to answering those questions.
Okay.
Daghang salamat.
Okay. Since there are no questions on the DTI7 Facebook page and on the Zoom room, I'd like to put in my own questions. How much should I be spending on the FB ads? What do you think is the ideal amount?
Okay. Thank you for that question, Ma'am Jaji. with Facebook ads, you can start as little as 50 pesos per campaign per day. And then, kaya siya, mga siya ang minimum. Pero as you can see more results, or if you want to explore a bigger audience, you may want to see to set a bigger budget. Kay for example, atong na discuss in our previous lessons, like when we set a particular budget in your ads, no, makita na to ang potential number of people that can see our ad. And if we want to increase that, then we spend more basically. So ideally, we can start with 50 pesos per day or 100 pesos per day. And then depending on our unsa kadako or kagamay atong audience. For example, we just want to target Cebu City, then 50 or 100 peso per day, pwede gina siya mo work, especially if gamay lang ang campaign and we just wanted to see a certain result or trend. And then later on, we can increase that to 200 to 300 and depende sa makaya. And then ideally, when we increase this budget, as we've discussed earlier, we want to see different metrics will help us understand if certain campaigns are working or not. And if they are still working, then we can continue increasing or continue running that ad. And if not, then that is the time that we have to reassess to see if which particular part of our campaign is stalling, what's keeping them from getting that success. And mabot siya sa point yun, some of our ads may not be working as great as it used to be. So something to eye for, especially when we want to expand or increase our budget on ads.
Okay, should I invest on a website then?
Depende, but I would definitely suggest to see and check your results. Are you do you want to where do you see your business? Currently, you can definitely start with a Facebook page. No problem with that. And then Instagram, hopefully, and then connect both. Then start. You can definitely use Facebook ads to promote your Facebook and Instagram. But do note that these platforms are actually third party. We don't own them. Unlike when we have a website where we own that website, we own all the data that we have on that website, and we can retarget this audience to more campaigns, to more strategies that we have. And if we're ready to scale to that part, and if we're ready to have more customers ready and willing to help us grow our business, then it's time to consider getting a website for our expansion and scaling.
Do you think that email is still effective in the Philippines?
Yes, and considerably something pwede na siya i-check yun. Like, we can definitely start small with email. Usually, helpful siya. Like, for example, akong gipangtan na ginina during the presentation is try to assess if you yourself is using email that much. And if not, try to check if your audience that you want to target, try to ask around people of that particular audience that you're targeting now, if they're using email on a personal basis, like how many of them check their orders that they padong na sila using email, or do they just use the app or wait until maabot ang audience, or nag-wait na lang silang text gikan sa ilang driver, or if your particular audience is using email a lot, then it's nice to invest there. But if not, then you may try to check other platforms like social media marketing or video marketing, other than email. Then let's see it from there. So it really depends on your customers if they're using email or not. But I can see there's particular audience are still using emails on a personal basis, and I'm actually one of those, but it's maybe because of my lifestyle and what I do. But for others, try to check and ask around. And generally, the younger the generation, the more likely they are just on socials nowadays. So that's definitely something to watch out and consider when doing email marketing.
Okay, Since many of us don't like reading blogs, do you think a blog will still work in the Philippines?
Yes. Uh, Nice siyang question, no? Especially, uh, it's true that attention span has decreased from time to time, and also we've also mentioned this in module 3 nga, attention span may have decreased but not so much. We still watch videos. So it's definitely something to consider whether to write blogs or to make videos for people to watch. But do note that it really depends on what products or service you're selling. Kaya sometimes there are particular things nga people love to just for example, a recipe book. Other people just want to watch a video on that, but there are some people na ganun lang sila mag-research with recipes. So blogs may still work, but something to consider when doing blogs or for other topics kay if mainly educational limong purpose. So blogs will definitely work for you. And then for and if not, consider video. Definitely, blog and video can work together. Kaya pwede man no nga, natay blog nga gisuot niya, then we can turn that into a video. Or we have a video, then um, i-partner na to siya with a certain blog nga based on the topics discussed in the video. So that's something that you have to consider. But yes, I can see that attention span is not as much as we have for reading, so that's definitely something to consider. And when we're doing blog or we plan to do blog, consider make it easily readable for our audience. Bullet points, numbers, other things like spacing or photos or videos attached it in your blog to make it easier to understand and skim through. That would be most ideal.
Okay, in using video as a primary tool in digital marketing, how can I make sure that I can afford it?
Yes. So video production costs money, no? But do consider that when doing video marketing or creating a video, it doesn't always have to be very professional videos. We can try, especially for brands, smaller brands who don't have budget for video marketing, video staff to do all of these videos. Then you can video do it on your own. You can watch. There are a lot of tips online. There are free tools, video editing tools that are ready available to help us create these videos. Yeah, we don't necessarily have to spend a lot. We have our own smartphones, or if you don't have one, try to invest in a good smartphone with a great camera or a good camera to capture your experiences in your store, and try to post more photos, post more videos, create videos on your own, mga unboxing experiences or mga close-up shots. People love to see a lot of these, and they do not need to be very professional videos as long as maklaro lang imong products, maklaro lang imong mga services or whatever it is that you're offering to your customers. At the end of the day, people want to see and to feel your products even before touching it, before buying it. Kaya ganan sila makaibaw. So kana. So consider basically consider all these mga cheap tricks and affordable ways to create video strategies without hiring professional videographers.
Okay, do you have additional tips for me to learn more about Facebook ads and digital marketing?
Yes. There's a lot of resources online. Some consider if this is your first time watching this video, try to see module 1, 2, and 3 because we've discussed different topics in each module. And especially for module 2, that is definitely very helpful for you. Even if you're not doing ads now or social media marketing in general, because that will definitely teach you how to create posts that will be beneficial for your audience. So start with that. And then another thing is that digital marketing course that I discussed earlier, that we had an 8 session discussion last year. So try to go back and watch those videos if you can. And also try to learn from different blogs or different videos on YouTube. There, one that I can particularly and highly recommend is Social Media Examiner. They have a lot of series about Facebook ads, about digital marketing. Then you can definitely learn a lot from them. And I personally watch their videos every now and then to update with topics. It's just about 10 minutes of video discussing a certain topic. So if you want to review or learn more about these things, then spend time. You don't have to learn all of these at one go. Just give it like an hour each week to learn new things about digital marketing. And do note and do consider that digital marketing is always evolving. So this is a field that is never final. So there's always a new version coming. So some of the strategies, especially with platform specific, may not work several years from now, but the marketing fundamentals will always be there. And these are the things that we always bank on our human psychological core, no, of our customers. Our customers will always feel the same. And it's at the end of the day, we always have to think that we're here to help our customers and we want to know how to help our customers. And using this as a message in our campaigns, in our digital marketing efforts, then that will definitely lead us to success.
So since there are no more questions here on the
Okay.
FB page, that ends our Q&A. So do you have any
Thank you.
final message before we close?
Yes. Thank you so much, Ma'am Georgie, for hosting this session. And thank you, everyone, for those who spend time watching all of these videos. And I appreciate you watching all of these. So feel free to recap any of these questions. And if you have questions for me, let me know. Then I'll definitely be a lookout in the comment section. If there are questions, then I'll try to respond to some of these. So yeah, kita-kita nila every now and then. Bye-bye.
So let's give a warm applause to our resource speaker, digital marketer, and CEO of Bisaya Digital, Romeo Nicolas Bonsocan. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today's session. For those who haven't yet seen the previous sessions of the FB ad series, you may find them in the DTI7 Facebook page. So thank you, everyone. Check out the DTI7 FB page for any updates on future webinars. Thank you and good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.